What is going on, guys? This is LostYeti here, and today we're back again with some Fall Guys. Today we're going to be playing the Winter Knockout playlist. It's back again after the Ninja Star Show. Let's hop right on into it. If you guys are new here, welcome to the channel. I've been doing Fall Guys. I think this is now episode 25, which is a little horrifying. I've been doing it since the start of my channel, approximately 2.5 months ago, give or take. Kind of insane how far it's come, even if you look back at my earlier videos, which I don't recommend you do. Don't look back at Fall Guys 1. Whatever you do, it's a little cringy. As with anything, I'm gonna hopefully get better. Speaking of, feel free, first of all, if you like this content, consider leaving a like. It lets me know that what I'm doing is right or wrong or otherwise. And also comment in the section below, like, what your genuine critiques are. Listen, this is all a growing process. I know that it's only gonna go up from here because, hey, it's got a long way to go. So I appreciate any critiques or criticism that you might have as we load in for our first lobby. Looks like we're only at 39 people, but this always populates pretty quick anyways. Otherwise, I hope you guys are having a pretty good day. Today has been a very interesting day. I was actually just on YouTube, as you are at this moment, and one thing that I thought was interesting, I didn't actually watch the video. I had seen the video, so I'll probably go and watch it after this. But I'm just going to talk about it 'cause now, for whatever reason, this like one image is stuck in my head. So sorry, but we're going to be playing some Tundra Run. Look at that. Sorry that I went right through the loading screen. I tend to let that cut out, but it looks like this time we're going to be waiting for it. You guys can skip ahead. I try to cut those out. Anyways, not the point. The point is, oh my god, the ninjas still are here. There's so many of them. That I saw a post on YouTube, and it was basically a video based on how many characters and plot points there are in SpongeBob where the character removes their skin. And I believe, to give credit to this author, who I can't think of at the moment, it is a theory video. So probably if you look skin theory SpongeBob or something to that effect, it'll probably come up. I don't know if there's one author or multiple authors, so that's a whole lot of digging that you have to do on your own. But it did remind me a bit of Scooby-Doo, so I was like instantly intrigued because I'm a huge Scooby-Doo fan. I don't know if you guys grew up watching Scooby-Doo. I grew up watching Scooby-Doo, and yeah, I think it was really just what we watched because for whatever reason I watched a lot of the original season. I didn't really realize this at the time being. And the reason why I say that is because I recently, I know I've touched on before that a buddy of mine, I had picked up Season 1 SpongeBob for. And personally, I've been getting a lot of the older Scooby-Doo DVDs. For whatever reason, I have an attachment to that series, ever so. And one of the things that I find quite interesting is a little fun fact that I've seen going back now is, so recently I've rewatched the, I guess you'd call it the pilot or the prologue, one or the other, not 100% positive. But what I find quite funny is in that scene, and probably in other episodes, so comment below if you've seen another episode, the Scooby-Doo logo on his collar is actually inverted in color. So rather than being a gold frame, blue background, gold letters, it is the inverse, which is hurting my brain to try to aim for these hoops and also say that. So what would that be? That would be a gold background with a, oh, they're qualified. So now I can process the thought. A gold background with blue lettering. I'd have to go back and actually pull it up, but yeah, no, it's kind of interesting and kind of cool to look back because it just brings back so many memories. But with that said, I qualified, so I'll meet you guys in the next round. There we are. But it's kind of funny because, especially as a kid, like a lot of Scooby-Doo naturally didn't come out when I was a kid, but I was watching it from like roughly the era of the pilot to then now what is like modern day Scooby-Doo, for lack of better phrasing. So it's kind of funny because then I remember there was a phase where I'd watch the Scooby-Doo and Scrappy series, if that makes sense. And basically, Scrappy-Doo, if you're not familiar, because he was only around for a little bit, was basically like the smaller Scooby, the more intelligent, kind of like a Velma substitute for a lot of plot points, and there were a lot of spin-offs where essentially the whole gang was not there, and instead there was Scrappy. And he was kind of like making up for a lot of shortcomings. And I'm sure that there are episodes with all of them involved, but I can't picture them off the top of my head. Not the point, though. The point being that Scrappy was relatively unpopular, and that he's only in a handful of episodes. And then also, Shaggy, for whatever reason, just changed his shirts to a red shirt, which, you know, that in itself absolutely breaks my mind. I don't know why they decided at one point that he just needed a costume change, and that red would be better than green, but, you know, that is what it is. That was a really dumb mistake on my part. I'm hoping that it doesn't shoot us in the foot here, but let's get across the line as soon as possible to qualify for the next round. Loving it. But yeah, so this is a very long-winded explanation. Essentially, it just made me think, okay, you know, obviously you're removing the costume or removing the skin, removing the mask, and that brought me back to Scooby-Doo. And essentially the whole point I wanted to touch on, now that I've spent half the video rambling on about this, is just some of the original Scooby-Doo monsters, which I thought were always quite interesting. Because although you do have like your ghouls and your ghosts, like the chain rattling ghost, pretty A tier, just gotta say. The Creeper, pretty A tier. The Black Knight is absolutely fantastic. I'm trying to remember some of the other ones actually now, but now that I'm put on the spot, I don't believe that the swamp creature was series, like Scooby-Doo, Where Are You? That is the first series. I don't believe that's actually in that. Again, like it would kind of be interesting to go back, like the Headless Butler guy, I don't actually know what his name is. I don't believe it's Headless Horseman, although that would be the easy way out. He is also a character, but I don't remember what his name was. Conveniently enough, they almost always like say their name over and over and over again, so that way you can kind of establish who's what, considering they're only in like 1 or 2 episodes. Which actually brings up a good point. I don't know if there are any repeated in the original seasons. Probably not. It would be silly to repeat. So, but yeah, long story short, what I wanted to bring up in discussion here is like, what were your, if you watched Scooby-Doo, what were some of your favorite monsters from the series? That's really what this came down to. And I think overall, like character design-wise, how it physically look, Chain Rattling Ghost has got to be my favorite. For whatever reason, I just really like that like blue and orange aesthetic. And then where were we in the finals? Look at this. But well, we end up getting eliminated in the process. I can't really be too disappointed. There's also like the minor 49. I don't necessarily remember if he was in the beginning or not. But he was also very, very cool, as well as the gentleman who, I think it's like a witch doctor or something like that. Also a very interesting one. And also, you can mention monsters not from the original series. I'm just trying to say like which one my favorite are, but I think that so my favorite looking monster would probably be Chain Rattling Ghost. Probably my favorite monster in concept would probably be Charlie the Robot, which is basically the gang goes to an amusement park, and there's a robot-looking creature that's running around through the amusement park in the middle of the night. And I don't believe the monster is actually causing any trouble or anything like that. And long story short, if you haven't seen this one, I apologize, but it ends up just being that, a robot. Like, it's not, you know, it's a little subversion of expectation. And I will stop talking about this before I make a mistake. But please do share in the comment section below who some of your favorite monsters are. Just kind of curious, to be perfectly honest. And I'm trying so very hard not to end up throwing myself into the abyss. Oh no, that was bad. Oh, I focused up so hard and I still managed to screw that one up. We're in this pretty deep, but I think we've got one more go at it. Let's throw ourselves into one more game. So now I realized in all of my infinite wisdom, after going full circle, going from SpongeBob and removing their skin to costumes to monsters, I didn't make the full circle. And the full circle is the reason why I wanted to wear this costume that is Santa Krampus of horrifying yellow nature, is going full circle to that costumes and monsters and Krampus being the German? I put a question mark on that. Monster, you know, that steals children around Christmas time and all that fun stuff. And I believe he eats them, which is, you know, that's great. I'm sure that's a well-balanced diet of skin and bone, basically. Yeah, so that was the whole reference there, and I know it's kind of silly, but I appreciate those dumb kind of things, so I changed up my outfit and figured it was almost as horrifying as a Scooby-Doo monster. We're going to be taking a shortcut across these fists, and that was dumb. I was hoping that was going to punch me into the sky, but now I'm a little bit behind the curve, so I'm hoping that works out. Yep, and we're able to cut across the middle without any major problems. Yeah, we're gonna make it past the fan, not too much of an issue. And it looks like we're gonna qualify with a decent amount of time to spare right here with my Krampus brother. And I should say my hot take is definitely that the Krampus outfit, if you've unlocked it through playing through the season at this point, I'm really not a fan of the bottoms to it, and I don't see a Krampus to compare to it. This exact... Oh, yes, I do. Right there. But they've got these, like... Hey, sir, let me look at your pants. They've got these, like, dirty jean effect-looking things, and I really just don't like it. I would prefer just, like, a fur bottom, I suppose. So, Santa bottoms will work for the time being. I don't know, I thought it looked horrifying and something that someone would probably do, and that someone would have to be me. So, I switched it up. I was hoping, originally, when I unlocked the reindeer, that the reindeer bottoms would have matched up with the fur, to kind of give that effect with a little bit of a variation, but unfortunately, they didn't match up for me. So, this is the best I've got. Santa, and, oh, and SpongeBob being yellow, we've got SpongeBob face. Look at that. That is a fan fiction in the making. Please reunite SpongeBob with Krampus. A little bit more Freezy Peak, just a little bit of a repeat. All the Season 3 maps, honestly, I'm still enjoying them, even though I've played them quite a bit. On repeat, looks like we're playing up against a Ninja, a Santa, and a half-baked egg. And also another Santa, because clearly we have the real deal, and we also have the mall Santa. Oh, Santa Claus. You are quite the character. Kinda glad that they ended up adding Santa, but I'm a little bit disappointed that they didn't make the hat its own, like, independent, how do you put this? Its own independent, like, feature, so you could just add it to any character. And not that I'm saying that the Santa hat should be placed on every character, but I would have appreciated being able to add any lower and it just be a hat. Like, I feel like this game was also missing, like, universal uppers and lowers. Like, it very much promotes things to be bought in a set rather than interchanging them. And some things do interchange, but like I was kind of saying with the reindeer bottoms, it's like they just don't quite match up, and it's quite disappointing. Let go of my bum. Thank you. And it looks like we're actually going to make it to the team game. Looks like we're going to be starting off on the blue team. Almost makes me look like a little bit of a Yeti. Kind of disappointed that the Yeti costume was actually locked behind a paywall for this season. That was one of the costumes that I was most excited for, to be perfectly honest, as you might expect. And I was kind of hoping that I was just going to be able to straight up unlock it. And as far as I'm aware, there's not going to be like a colored variant I'll be able to get my hands on. At least not for just playing the game, which is what it is. It's kind of disappointing, perfectly honest. But right now, we're just focused on getting out these penguins. The Pengu. Pengu friend. Alright, go for it, blue guy. I'm not here to stop you, but I am here to stop the other teams, as it looks like we are definitely struggling in that department. Do I have a guy? I do have a guy. Okay, get off my bum. I do need the Pengu. We could desperately use a Pengu in our pocket. Now this is all going to come down to teamwork here. I need to slow the other guys down so our teammates can get some points on the board. Come on, Pengu. Alright, leaving them. Moving on for yellow team here. Now both teams are beyond where I think I need to be. Obviously we're losing quite drastically. Unfortunately we have a teammate over there, which is where I was actually going with this, who doesn't even appear to be playing the game. which really frustrates me, honestly. You know, team games, like, you chose now to leave. It's almost always the same rotation. I was able to call it before I got here. I knew it was going to be a team game. Please don't leave your teammates down. Looks like we got 15 seconds on the clock, which shouldn't be enough to get us there, unfortunately. But, you know, stranger things have happened. Bangu in my pocket. Please, teammate, get us there. Oh, man. Don't call the comeback. It's a comeback. Please. 3-2-1. 3-2-1. 3-2-1. Get us home. We qualified. There is a Christmas miracle. Bringing us into our second final of the night. Hopefully we can get a little bit of redemption here. My last attempt on Thin Ice was kind of idiotic, to be perfectly honest. But hopefully it works out. Now we're just going to let everyone kill themselves, and hopefully we can wait out the storm. I really do like this final minigame. You know, obviously, Hexagon is fun and all, but I like that it's a lot more like someone's not just going to run away with the victory here. Or at least it does not appear like that to me. Never said that I was exactly the smartest man in the world here, so I could be very, very wrong. And let's actually see if we can't separate ourselves from the mainland. Got one more layer here. Let's not get ourselves killed in the process, though. Alright, man? Like, let's keep that in mind. The idea here is not to die like an idiot. Yeah, I don't mind leaving a little bit of meat on the table here. So we'll leave that guy go. And I think this gentleman here is trying to catch me out in the process. And it looks like there's not anyone over here. So we're going to try to capitalize a little bit on that. Oh, and that guy got me. Ooh, that's a shame. There was 3 guys all standing in one spot. Wasn't paying attention as he came around town. We're going to exit out to the loading menu and see how far we are away from the next level. Maybe this will actually be able to get us there. I don't think so, though. Because it was kind of a poor performance otherwise. Lots of misses there. Yeah, just ever so slightly shy of the next level. Alas, that's where we're going to be calling this one. Thank you guys for coming along with this. If you enjoyed the episode, please consider leaving a like. Subscribe if you want more content like this. Leave a comment in this comment section below on what your favorite monster is from Scooby-Doo. I know that's kind of random. And I will catch you guys in the next episode of Fall Guys.